Guys, make sure you check out NugSmasher.com. We have the biggest sale of the year going on right now. All the NugSmashers are developed here in our factory in Corona, California. And when I mean develop them, we design them from scratch right here. We're not bringing a China part in or anything of that nature. We are the factory. We design these units from scratch. We build them from raw materials in the shop here in our factory, and I'll show you that. But the engineers on site, when these start from a design, a concept, our engineers are on site, and they start here from that design and concept, and then we bring the raw materials in, and they're processed here in our factory, and all the way to the packaging and so on and so forth. So everything is built here. It's kind of a unique situation, a factory situation. It's different than most, but we do most of that so we can serve our customer. The most important thing to us is customer service and good customer service, and that our customers actually get what they pay for. That's why we have a lifetime warranty, and we stand behind that warranty. Follow me, guys. So up here, obviously the Smash Lab in the background, but up here we do product development and research and development on different products. Most of our electronic stuff's developed up here. In the next office over is where our code's written and all of that stuff's done. So if you can follow me this way. This is where all of our code and our website's designed, in here with Daniel. Guys, we do all of our own packaging and labeling. You can see the big printers here. All of our labels and packaging comes off the printers. You can see, we'll show you some of that. We have a video team that they do a lot of editing and whatnot, and work out of this room here and the lunchroom up here. So our upstairs. You see an example of some of the labels that are coming off here. These are extraction bag labels, 3.5 grams. But all of that's done and made here, even in it's designed here. Made here in the factory. This is where Kelly is over here. Kelly deals with all of our customer service issues, and she's the head of the shipping department down there, and she's a lot of our customers, they know Kelly, so she's a friendly face that will help you with technical needs and direct you to the right area here at the factory. It's our business manager and our controller Jacqueline's office in here. You can find her. She's NugSmasher_OG. So you can see her there. We'll go on down through our lobby and go out to the factory here so you guys can see how these things are all made. Downstairs up here, guys, this is our lobby. Now we do predominantly web business and wholesale business with our dealers, so we are open to the public. So if you do walk in here in Corona, California, this is where you're going to walk into in our lobby. Follow me, and this is some of our executive offices up front here. There's a meeting going on in that one there. We'll come up here to our conference room area. We've got some big help in here, helping with our conference room. This is a office, executive office in here. There's a Smash Lab and demos happening in there right now with the customer. And through here, guys, we'll wait on this part. We'll go in through the factory and enter the shop first and see what's going on out there. All right, welcome to the factory. This is where everything comes in raw steel, like I was telling you, in raw goods. It's all American raw goods, the steel and whatnot, and the aluminum. We have a full machine shop that machines, CNC machines, all the parts that are machined, and then we have a full steel fabrication shop over here that finishes the product with powder coat here under roof, and then we'll show you the prep rooms and how all the parts start to come together and whatnot. But if you follow me this way, we'll go into the machine shop. You can see through here is one of our CNC machines, and it's cutting, looks like it's cutting mini plates right now. So those are the mini heat plates that the machine's cutting through. The guys over here, Edgar and Tristan, run this department, and they keep these machines running damn near 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So this machine over here is cutting large collection plates, you can see. And these machines are constantly running. You can see what Tristan's doing over here, some of the final product. He's blowing the plates off. Like, that's our large collection plate. So each one's made by hand. You can see the finished product, what it looks like. The guys don't stop for nothing, by the way. Follow me this way. So when steel comes into the shop, like we use all our aluminum's all Kaiser aluminum. So when it comes into the shop, it comes in big, long bars and sticks, like this over here on the floor. These are some of the sticks. You can see those are our magnet handles, for instance, the hexagon, and then this is a 1x1 stock. We use that for a bunch of different stuff, predominantly the heat plate caps. They cover the heaters when they're coming out, the caps. But anyway, that comes in and it goes into a saw like this one, and it's all processed. So all the aluminum and steel's processed, cut up into pieces, and then fed into the CNC machines. Now, that was the machine shop, so they process the aluminum. This place over here, the fab shop that Hector runs here, this guy, they process all the steel. So when the steel comes in, again, it comes in long pieces, long sheets. It goes through this machine, and then it's cut up into pieces. It's cut up into all the parts out of that steel that we make. Like this, for instance, is the OG and the Touch and the XP frames. This is all out of 3/8 inch thick structural A36 American steel. So this is all cut up into parts and pieces, and then it's put onto the jig tables, onto the exact jigs, and then those jigs are all mocked up and they're welded together. Now what's really unique about our frames is that they're not, the welds don't structurally hold the unit together. They hold the puzzle together. You'll notice how our frames are all structurally fit, and they're notched into the frame, and this is where all the strength comes from in the NugSmashers. And that's why we guarantee and warranty them for life, because this is real, they're real shit. So after the frames are welded up like this by these guys, there's other parts being built over here. Like Hector, you can see he's making, these are funnels for our sifters. So these are the big funnels for the sifters. So he's taking these flat pieces of steel that came off our big CNC flat machine over here, and he's bending that steel up, getting it ready for finishing. So that's what's happening over here. See, even these are handle rods that before they're bent. So they come in raw steel, and they're bent here in the shop to the exact size they all are, and they're welded up and put together and then powder coated. So after you got a guy welding the frame together, you got pieces of the frame that are going in it. So you got another welder that's over here, and he's putting the pieces of the frame in. So this frame's got to have a center plate put in, tabs for everything else, so it gets its total start, and that's what's happening here. And then once the frames are finished, once they're finished, they go over to the finishing department. All right, so check this out. So over there, the fab department's building the 12-ton, the OG frames. But over here, what the finishing department's doing is prepping 500 mini frames that are coming through. So all those mini frames are being prepped and making sure the fit and finish is just right. Some are being rejected. And then they all go into the spray booth, and then they go into the oven. They're powder coated for the specific amount of time. And then the frames go and they sit here as a part. So what happens in here is the plates, the front panels, anything that gets wiring and you know, anything that's real technical, the parts the sub-assemblies are made in this room. So for instance, you know, our PIDs are wired in this room. They're put into panels in this room. We take all of our heat plates that come off. We saw these being cut, actually. These are the heat plates for the minis. These actually come off of out of the machine shop into this room, and then they have heaters put in them like this that are all wired up. And then they're made as a set, plate set, like they are over on the shelves here. And then once all the sub-assemblies are built in here, you can see like our heaters are being built. Everything's done pretty much by hand here. After all of these little parts, these are lights for the pros, for instance, light assemblies, power cords, you know, heaters, you name it, all of these things are built, and then they're all sent next door the parts and pieces are all sent next door into our assembly room. Now this is our assembly room in here. And what the guys are doing in here is they're building the same frames that we saw being built out in the shop out there. And basically there's specific stations, and each station does a specific job in here. All the units are all assembled, so the sub-assemblies come all together in here. They're tested in here. You can see over here, this is almost the finished unit. So this is the end of the line. They're all tested in here, and the carts are loaded up, and they're sent next door to get QC'd, and then packaged, and then shipped right out to you. Go next door to the packaging area. So in here, when the units are done, they get packaged up. This is where the packaging happens. They get put on the pallets, ready to ship. And so the packaging and then the shipping also happens in here. So when you go online, you buy something, you buy bags or whatever you happen to buy, it comes up in our shipping queue here. And we work real hard to keep that shipped every day. We work super hard to ship everything that's bought every single day that it's bought. So it's a big deal for us, right, Jules? And if your shipping or your packaging is fucked up, something's missing, it's this guy's fault, right here. So just, let me know. Okay guys, that's about all I got for you for today. That's pretty much a complete factory tour. We've left a few areas out, but you can see we really appreciate you guys tuning in. We appreciate your business. We appreciate your commitment to the brand. And also guys, 4th of July sale starts today at midnight. Biggest sale we've ever had. Check it out. A lot of good values, a lot of good savings. Everything's on sale there, so check that out. And happy Thursday.
Guys, make sure you check out NugSmasher.com. We have the biggest sale of the year going on right now. All the machines are on sale. Like I said, it's the biggest sale of the year. Make sure you check that out. Buy one, get 50% off second accessory. All kinds of great values at NugSmasher.com. Check it out.